this is your lesson for Chapter 4, Section 1. The topic of it is products and factors of polynomials, and our objective is to simplify, add, and subtract polynomials. Some of this stuff you'll think is alright, and hopefully you'll think it's fairly easy, but this basically means we want to combine like terms. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. So, some definitions. Monomial, that's a constant, a variable, or a product of a constant and one or more variables. Examples are all here with 9t negative b squared 1/4 x squared y. The coefficient, okay, the coefficient of negative 2x squared is negative 2. Remember the coefficient of something like x, okay, the coefficient for x is 1. There's always an understood 1, okay. The degree of a variable of a monomial, that's the number of times the variable occurs as a factor of the monomial. For example, in the monomial 3x squared, the degree of x is 2. The easy way to remember this is we look at the exponents. There's an understood 1 by the y and a 2 by the x, so the degree of x is 2 and the degree of y is 1. The degree of the monomial. This is the sum of the degrees of the variables. Okay, a non-zero constant has a degree of 0. So we look here at 0, 1, and 2, so we add those up and we get a degree of 3. Similar or like monomials, identical or only differ in the coefficients. So 2m squared and negative m squared, the mn squared is the same. And so the only thing different is we have a negative 1 on the second one. This is a negative 1 and a positive 2 there. A polynomial or some monomials, okay, a monomial or some monomials is a polynomial. Monomial or sum of monomials. The monomials are called terms. Okay, for example, the terms of the polynomial y squared minus 3y minus 7y are y squared, negative 3y, negative 7. Simplified polynomial is a polynomial in which there are no two terms. No two terms are similar. We've combined all like terms. Okay, we already talked about this. That's obviously a copying area. The degree of a polynomial is the greatest of the degrees of its terms after the polynomial has been simplified. So let's look at this example. Example 1. Simplify. We arrange the terms in order of decreasing degree of x, then write the degree of the polynomial. Alright, so let's combine like terms. I'm going to highlight here. 3 is a like term with negative 6. Negative x is a like term with positive 3x. X squared, positive x squared is a like term with 2x squared. Positive xy is a like term with negative 8xy. So if I combine my like terms, the highest degree of x is x squared. So x squared and 2x squared is 3x squared. Okay, that takes care of that and that. The next highest degree is, I'm just going to go with the x's. I've got negative x, positive 3x. Negative x, positive 3x. Negative x and positive 3x gives me positive 2x. And now I've done that and that. Okay, let's do the xy's. Positive xy, negative 8xy is negative 7xy. Takes care of those. And then I've got, negative 8xy, positive xy. And then 3 and a negative 6 is a negative 3. Now, decreasing order, then we write the degree of the polynomial. This has a degree of 0, 2, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. So that's 2. If I add them together, 1, 2, 0. The largest The largest is 2, is the degree. And we look at the exponents, x, so on. Alright, so you've got examples like that. You do those problems there. Okay, here's our next one. We want to add 4x squared minus 2x minus 3, 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. So there's a couple of different ways to do this. Okay, we're going to do it vertically to start with. 4x squared minus 2x minus 3. I've got 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. I added vertically. Notice I line up my variables. I've got my x squareds, I've got my x's, I've got my constants, and then the x cubed is by itself. So 3x cubed, 4 minus 2 is positive 2x cubed. Negative 2x plus 3x is positive x. Negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to just write it out. If I write it out, that makes it 4x squared minus 2x minus 3 plus 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. Now remember, parentheses don't always imply multiplication. In this case, they imply addition because we have the addition sign in between. So pay attention to the operation. I drop the parentheses and I combine like terms. I've got 4x squared negative 2x squared. I've got negative 2x positive 3x. I've got negative 3 negative 4. And then a 3x squared is by itself. And so I get 3x cubed is by itself. 4x squared negative 2x squared is positive 2x squared. Negative 2x positive 3x. Positive x, negative 3, negative 4 is negative 7. We get the same thing either way. We're going to subtract. Notice we're subtracting 3x squared plus 5x minus 3 from this. So if we do it vertically, we have to start with 2x to the 4th minus 3x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 2. And then I have a minus 3, a 5x, and a 3x squared, and I am subtracting. Okay, that's a positive 5x. If you want to change it, that's fine. Plus, minus, minus, plus. Then we can add, and we end up with 5, negative 6x. Try this again. 5, negative 6x, negative 2x squared minus 3x squared is negative 5x squared. We bring down the negative 3x cubed, and we bring down the 2x to the 4th. That's our answer. Now, we could also do it horizontally. Okay, horizontally would say do it like this. 2x to the 4th minus 3x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 2. Put that in parentheses, minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 3. The idea here is we just drop the parentheses and we distribute the negative on the second piece. Okay, distribute the negative here, here, here. So we get negative 3x squared minus 5x plus 3. And then we combine our like terms. Like terms, that's by itself. That's by itself. Negative 2x squared, negative 3x squared. Negative x, negative 5x. Positive 2, positive 3. And if we add those together, we get 2x to the 4th minus 3x cubed. The negative 2x squared, negative 3x squared is negative 5x squared. Negative x, negative 5x is negative 6x. 2 plus 3 is 5. There's your answer for that one. I got the same thing in both of them. That's good. I should. Alright, and those are add, subtract. And we've got one more. This type of problem. We want to simplify, and the easiest way to do these is distribute. I can distribute combine like terms. So we will distribute, and then we will combine like terms. So, following that along, let me slide this over. Okay, so let's come over here. 4x times 3x is 12x squared. 4x times 2 is 8x. Negative 3x times 2x is negative 6x squared. Negative 3x times a negative 1 is positive 3x. And then minus 4, and we have like terms. 12x squared, negative 6x squared, 8x, positive 3x, and the other piece, negative 4, is on its own. 12x squared minus 6x squared is 6x squared. 8x plus 3x. 8x plus 3x is 11x. And then the negative 4 minus 4. And that is your answer. Okay, that's it for this section. We'll cover this on Thursday in class. Remember, we'll have the quiz for 3-5 at the beginning of class. Okay, so I'll see you Thursday. I won't be in class on Tuesday.